There are 22,000 cooperatives in the country, boasting of 14 million members of mobilized 600 billion shillings in savings. The growth has however come with its challenges as some SACCOs have not complied with the set prudential guidelines, putting members' savings at risk. To this end, a notice given to SACCOs requiring them to put their house in order expired last month, and the fate of those who failed to comply is to be sealed by Friday next week.
We have received returns of those cooperatives that are not performing in line with Section 62, which says that if a cooperative has not filed its returns in more than 3 years, it stands to be dissolved. If the membership of the cooperative society has failed below the numbers, which is 10, it stands to be dissolved. If it's not meeting its objectives, it stands to be dissolved. So using that notice, we are now cleaning up our register. In fact, if you check, I hope next week, on Friday, we have actually sent the initial list of the cooperatives that you are going to deregister. Of course, because of law, we must give them a given time frame where they can either raise issues so that if there are any issues we can address.
Cooperative societies were encouraged not to limit themselves and spread their wings by investing in other untapped sectors of the economy, such as housing and mining.
Our urban regeneration program, there are 4,000 acres that we have in the Eastlands that we'll be working on. They are welcome to discuss with us so that they can be participants in the reconstruction of what you call economic housing units, like the ones we are already investing in. The tenders have been given out at a total cost of 200 billion. This is Ngara, Pangani, Bachelors, Fort Jesus, just across the river or Nairobi.
The National Development Cooperative Policy that is being finalized will, among others, bridge legal gaps existing in the enforcement of SACCO regulations, both at the national and county level.
The opportunities that are emerging, because we have many opportunities in Kenya, especially for the cooperative movement, because of their numbers, there are many levels of, areas we can work on. So I am saying the policy is going to address those issues. And of course, fourthly, is to ensure that the legal framework, we have gaps in our legal framework. Who enforces what? County, national? Are there emerging issues that we hadn't checked on the current legal framework? How can we tighten those nuts?
They were speaking during the rollout of this year's National Council for Shirika calendar of events. Nicholas Ndwati, News Hour Business.